In most of my reviews, I do like a really funny, quirky, most of the time cheesy intro just to get things started and get people laughing. I'm not doing that this time around. This film doesn't deserve it.
Is that like a personal attack or something?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Say what again? Say what again? Say what again? Motherfucker, say what again? A bitch.
What's going on, Toller team? And I hope you guys are doing good because fuck, I'm doing great. I'll tell you that. I'm doing great. And I'm doing great because of you guys. Just like with every video, I've got to give you guys a shout out because I know this isn't going to be much to everyone else, but it means something to me, right? So this time last week, I had just crossed the 100 sub mark, right? Still a very small channel. Well, this week, I'm already halfway to another 100. You want to know why? Because you guys are fucking awesome. My When Evil Lurks video is like 2.2k views. You guys are killing it on that like counter with the Terrifier 3 / Terrifier 2 videos. We're getting closer to that giveaway of the Terrifier 3 poster. So just, guys, I just really want to say I thank you so very much. You guys are you're fucking awesome. But now that I'm done jerking you guys off, right? Why did I say that? Anyway, I'm sticking to it. That's not what you guys are here for. You saw the title. You know a rant's coming. I'm going to be talking about the Marvels.
You know what a shit barometer is, Bob?
Before I get into this, and yes, this was a hard cut because I decided to come back in here after the fact, just to give you guys a little bit of a precursor, all right?
Huh? Measures the shit pressure in the air. You can feel it.
So before I get into this, I want to say, I'm pretty anti-Disney. Pretty anti-Star Wars, pretty anti-Marvel.
Listen, Bubs, hear that? Sounds of the whispering winds of shit.
And I didn't used to be that way, right? Like you wind the clock back, what, 4 or 5 years ago, when Marvel was just red hot, I didn't miss a movie. Not fucking what I miss a single movie. I was there opening weekend every single time a film came out leading up into Endgame. And in my opinion, some people may say that Marvel era was, really bad for films and just changed the format of things. But in my opinion, it's inarguably the best era of filmmaking in my lifetime. Okay. But then we started changing things. Once we did the Endgame stuff, all of our favorite characters, their story or their main story was essentially done. Things started changing.
Can you hear it?
No, I don't hear anything.
Oh, but you will, my sorry little friend, when the old shit barometer rises, and you'll feel it too.
And Disney started pandering. They started pushing narratives. They started injecting a lot of social commentary into their films. And of course, that extended into Marvel.
Your ears will implode from the shit pressure. You were warned, Bubs. But you picked the wrong side.
Now, I've been a comic book reader for a very, very long time, since I was a little kid. And I understand that there's always been social commentary or maybe that political undertone in comic books, right? But that's the thing. It's an undertone. The way the comics used to do things was that commentary was made. There was some, undertones there, but they allowed the reader to kind of reach their own conclusion, right? Whereas with these new Disney films, there isn't making your own conclusion. It's just pushing a narrative into your face. This is what you're going to get, and you're either going to like it or you're going to fuck off. And more recently, a lot of us have been fucking off. And the reason's very simple. Fans like myself who've read the comic books, who've, seen all the fan art and just followed these characters for decades upon decades, we find it to be a slap in the face of, what these creators were able to do, what these writers would be able to do, these people with these long spanning just legacies and these characters that they created, these narratives, these storylines. We find it to just be a slap in the face to them. So I'm letting you guys know that ahead of time. I did give the Marvel its fair shake, but I'd be dishonest if I said I didn't walk in with a little bit of bias. My job as a reviewer is I'm not supposed to be. And for the most part, I wasn't biased. But I did walk in with a bit of of a preconceived notion. So I'm letting you guys know that ahead of time. Let's get into it. The Marvels is a 2023 Marvel comic book action film directed by Nia DaCosta and starring Brie Larson, Iman Vellani, and Teyonah Parris as the Marvels themselves. I'm sorry if I murdered those names. The film serves as a sort of pseudo-sequel to 2019's Captain Marvel, in that in the Marvels, we're seeing the consequences of Carol's actions playing out, while a subplot of conjoined powers brings Miss Marvel and Monica Rambeau into the fray against their will. The amounts of film and TV shows I've heard you've had to watch just to fully comprehend everything that's going on in the Marvels, it's kind of fucking crazy, but we're gonna get into that just a little bit later. To start off my positives, I'm gonna call out the star of this film. And it's not Brie Larson. It's Iman Vellani as Miss Marvel / Kamala Khan. And I really hope I didn't murder her name there. Just make no mistake, this is not a Captain Marvel film.
You serious?
It's a Miss Marvel film. And even though her fangirling over Captain Marvel got really annoying at times, overall, Vellani was extremely charming, and she lit up the screen whenever she was in a scene. It kind of goes to show just how bad the writing and the storyline and the production value of Miss Marvel, the Disney Plus show, it really goes to just how bad it was. Just how bad. Because based off of this film, if I had to pick somebody to, start this next phase of the MCU, to lead this younger generation of heroes, into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, it's gonna be Miss Marvel. She's extremely charismatic. She's very colorful, very loud, very funny, and she's very cute. She's the perfect poster child, as of right now, to lead us all into the next phase. And what did it for me, it just added an extra layer of just stake and weight to the storyline, was having her family directly involved. Speaking of her family, that leads me into my next positive, the humor. The Marvel Cinematic Universe is no stranger to jokes when it, in its films, and some of them land relatively well, and then there's the over-the-top, goofy as fuck shit that Taika Waititi does. Yeah, hey, Taika, could you just stop doing this, you dork?
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Anyway, I'd say the Marvels is more of the former, with some particularly funny exchanges between Kamala and her family, but more importantly, one of the longest standing veterans of this franchise, Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury. There was one particular scene which involved Fury and the rest of the cast. He just kind of led the scene. It's involving cats, no spoilers, but it's involving cats, that had my entire theater of 9 people, and yes, I counted, there were 9 people there tonight when I saw it. We were all audibly laughing. It was absolutely hilarious. So a lot of the humor did land for me, and I'm a bit of a tough customer when it comes to humor in my comic book films. Like, I love comedy. I love going and seeing comedy shows. I love watching comedy films. Some of this stuff that's been in, superhero films hasn't really landed very well. But in the Marvels, it did. They did a good job with that. And that's it. Yep, that's it for the positives. I'm jumping headfirst into the negatives here because holy fuck, does this film fall apart. Remember all those reports about the rewrites and the reshoots and people just coming in and out of the film and it was just a big shit show? It's on full display here. One moment we're on a planet and things are dying, and then some of the things get saved, and then a particular person shows up. I don't know why that particular person showed up, just I guess to trot them out there and go, no clue. And then the next we're on a planet where there's a bunch of singing, dancing. And then the next, we're on another planet, and there's eggs filled with things, and it's just not very cohesive. It's not really explained at all. Even the premise of the subplot in the film, which is they've swapped their powers, not really swapped their powers, but whenever they use their powers, they swap positions, like they literally teleport and they just swap physical positions. And even that's muddy, because sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they do it at the same time it happens, and then other times they do it at the same time and it doesn't happen. It's just not very consistent at all. And I get it. Maybe it's me. Maybe I didn't watch the 39 TV series episodes and 7 films just to be able to keep up with what's going on here. But that's kind of fucking dumb. Like, with the in-game storyline, it's always been a thing with Marvel films that you want to kind of do your research. You kind of want to know what's going on because that's part of the fun. But if you just were to walk into one of the films in the middle, you would know what's going on. There's enough exposition, there's enough explaining that you can kind of connect the dots and say, okay, I didn't miss out on too much. Maybe I need to go back and watch, see that film, but I can get through this one just fine. Not in the Marvels. Not at all. I remember there being a plot about time zones, time jumps, teleportation, different universes and timelines, and sometimes those holes are open, sometimes they're not. Why are they open? Don't know. Who can close them? Don't know. Why do they open to that specific place? Don't know. Why do they open to that specific time? Don't know. It just, yep, there's holes, and you just go through them. Yeah. And then there's Brie Larson. Brie fucking Larson. Remember when I said this isn't a Captain Marvel film? It's a Miss Marvel one?
How long will you play Captain Marvel for?
I don't know. Does anyone want me to do it again?
No!
I meant that. Because holy hell, is Brie Larson just a charisma vacuum that's trying to suck out all the energy from every scene, despite what Iman Vellani was capable of doing. Is she happy? Is she sad? Is she mad? Anxious? Who the fuck knows? She has one of one face. And don't even come at me with this bullshit of, it's her character. No. There are plenty of comic book characters that are extremely stoic, including my personal favorite,
I'm vengeance.
But even those stoic characters are able to convey the emotion that they're feeling. Larson just stands there like a plank of fucking wood. And she was easily the worst part of this movie. And for my last negative, the CGI. Man, I can't believe the Marvels had a budget of $200 million.
Stop it. Get some help.
Where the hell did it all, where did it go? Like, just where did it go? Reshoots? Rewrites? Brie Larson's ass double?
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that?
Because it sure as hell didn't go into making the film look state of the art or anything. It's so hard to believe that the studio that gave us Thanos, a giant ass purple behemoth of a being, is somehow also giving us whatever the fuck the Marvels is. It's bright and colorful, don't get me wrong. If you bring your kids, they're probably going to be pretty attracted to all the pretty colors on the screen. But things just look extremely cheap. Like, even when they're engaging their powers, they're using their powers. It looks like something from 10, 15 years ago. As a matter of fact, Monica Rambeau's character, she's capable of, I guess, bending light or whatever may have you, and it kind of changes the density of her body to where she looks like she's invisible. I saw a better invisible effect back in 2005 in Fantastic Four, the Invisible Woman, that's what that shit looks like. That's what that shit looks like in 2023. Abysmal. So, should you check out the Marvels? Fuck no. Fuck no. Granted, the people who've been watching this Marvel crap, these TV series and these past couple of films, excluding Guardians of the Galaxy 3, that was really good. But the folks who've been just slurping down, that's what I'm looking for, slurping down the slime that Disney's just been pushing down the pipeline, fuck it. Quantity over quality. You folks are going to love this film. You love it. You've actually already seen it. You already had your ticket bought a month ago. You've already seen it. But for the folks like myself who really love comic books, who really love these characters, and you're looking for a reason to get back into the MCU, the Marvels is not it. It's not it. And I really hate being this negative because, after all, films are my passion. I really love going to the movie theater. I really love getting the popcorn and the drink and sitting down and watching films on the big screen. But this just isn't it. This is extremely lazy, extremely contrived. The plot was absolutely broken. It looked like crap. But, like I said, my positives. We do have a future star. And Iman Vellani. We really do. Anyway, I appreciate you guys checking out this review. I'll talk to y'all later. Hey, whoa. Real quick. If you like what you heard, or maybe you didn't, or at the very least you think I have the best button downs on YouTube, do me a favor. Throw a like up there. Maybe comment down below about how much I suck. I don't fucking care. And, if you feel extra special, sub if you want to listen to me talk some shit in the near future. Anyway, I appreciate y'all for stopping by, and I'll talk to you later.